Okay. And some keyingilar qarab yaqinlar bola. Bu keyingilar hamda nima? Winter hamda mushu qish fasli. Hozir kuz fasli kelibdi, qish fasliga kelay deb qopdi. Qandaqda? Bu 10-oyning nima? 31. Bu nima deymiz? October 31st. October 31st ma Halloween. Amerikalıların Halloween dedikleri. Okay, and the keyingi söz November 24th. Okay, November 24th nima? Thanksgiving. Okay, and minnettarlik bayrami. Shunami? Amerikaliklarga bo'ladi shu yerliklarga nisbatan o'zining minnattarligini bildirib nima? Thanksgiving. Alqa turkey. Alqa to'yadigan bayram nima? Shu Thanksgiving. Last one is Christmas Day, right? December 25th. December 25th. Demek yig'ib aytganda avval ayın neyimiz? Onun dikinde mi? Küllani. Mesela tuğulan günümüz. What is your birthday? Cevap bir bakın. When is your birthday? Birth. Okay. Tuğulan günümüz kaçan? Degendik. Hoş. Andaqta bugünkü dersimiz gene mühim boğan yani bir neçe sözler var. Birlikte dönüp çıkaydı. So what's the weather like in summer? Okay. What is the weather like in summer? Okay. Andaqta biz şu yaz faslida havo qanday bo'ldi? Shuni bir o'rganib chiqaylik. Odatda biz havo qanday bo'ldi desanglar, havo qanday bo'ldi? Havoga qanday nima desanglar, it olmishdir. Demakki biz it havo rayini ko'rsatadi. Masalan, it's very hot, right? Especially in summer, it's very hot. It's very hot. And also the sun shines every day. Onun degan joyi desanglar, quyosh har kuni parlaydi, har kuni chiqadi shunami? Demek ki summer'ninki alaylığı. Demek ki summer, it's very hot. The sun shines every day, right? The sun shines every day. What about in spring? You know, spring, it's windy, okay? Windy means a lot of wind, and the windy deganimiz ham shamallik degan gap. Albatta springda fasl almashgan degan qana bo'ladi. Masalan, shamallik ko'p chiqadi, and also it's warm, intayin illiq. Yaxshi illiq. It's very warm. Sometimes it rains. Ba'zida qanday qo'ydi? Yomg'ir yog'ib qo'ydi. Demak hamda mishariki springning alayligi it's windy and warm and sometimes it rains. Ba'zida qanday qo'ydi? Sanlar yomg'ir yog'ib qo'ydi. Yomg'ir yog'ib qo'ydi. Demek ki sometimes deganimiz nima? Ba'zida. What about in autumn? So what's the weather like in autumn? You know, in autumn it's cool. Good, cool. Qaranglar, cool degan so'zga. Cool deganimiz salqin degan gap. Bu yerga ya'ni ko'chmanlik ishiltilishi nayt qaltis payzi degan gap. Ma hanzirga cool bor. Nahmush va cool. Oh, it's cool. Cool. Shunami? Albatta, kuz faslining havasi cool shunami? Ya issiq emas, sovuq emas, bir xil payzi. Mushunday deymiz. Cool. Okay, cool. Eg'iz tilim ko'p ishiladi. And also it rains sometimes. And the ba'zida yomg'ir yog'ib qo'yadi. Albatta shunday bu. Bularni ayt yozgan kuzda, you know, it rains sometimes. So what's the weather like in winter? Okay. And the asasen mushu biz yashab baqqanda yarimiz in winter qanda it's cold. Of course winter it's cold bo'lishini, so'qoq. Yani it snows sometimes. Ba'zida qanday qildi? Yomg'ir yog'di. Qor yog'di. Har kun yog'maydi qor. Demak it snows sometimes. Demek havo rayi mishariki itni ko'rsatayotgan nima? Havo rayini ko'rsatadi. Xo'sh, endi match the meaning with the words. Endi bu yan qarab qo'yinglar. Bundan bu English definition ma'nosi bor. Mushuni qanday qilamiz desanglar, mushu Aiden tartib igicha shulardan tutashtirib boqamiz. You know, for example, the last month of the year. Okay, last month of the year. Qaysi mushu eng oxirgi oy bo'ldi? Which one? December. Good. You know, last month of the year is December. Okay, what is the first season of the year? You know, first season. And of course, it's spring, right? And the Brazil get tunje. Pasal qaysi desanglar, first season, mush first rabay degan. Tunji degan gapchu. Albatta bu nima? It's spring. What is the hottest season of the year? Andaqda angis. Pasal qaysi? Winter? No, it is what? Summer, right? It's summer. And also a lot of wind. Okay. Nurgun shamallik bolsa nima deymiz? Shamallik deb qo'yamiz. Windy get. Andaqda text. Anda bugungi tekstimizda qanday desanglar, bir country to'g'riliq baranishimiz. U bo'lsin nima desanglar, country in Southern Europe. Anda bu nima desanglar, shu Yevropaninki janubiga joylashgan bir davlat. O davlatning ismi what? Greece. Qaranglar. Bu ekranda ko'rinib turibdi, bu Gretsiyani nimasi desanglar, bayrog'i. Bayrog'i. Bu ne deymiz? Greece. Bu davlatning nomi, Gretsiya. Masalan, Hans comes from Greece. Endi mishariga Hans nadan kelgan? Gretsiyadan kelgan. We can say he's Greek. Okay, Greek. And the Gretsiyalik degan super shakli bo'lsa marsana Greek deymiz. Yoki Gretsiyada ishlangan degandaka. Demak Greece, Gretsiya, Greek bo'lsa desanglar, bu Grek shu. Masalan Grek madaniyati deymiz nima? Masalan Gretsiyaning Afinada bir shahri bor. Athene deymiz inglizcha. Bu intayindanlar. Demak endi bugun shu Athene and the Gretsiyaning avaray to'g'riliq bir paranglashimiz. So first speak up. So first question, what's the weather like in Kashgar? Okay. What is the weather like in Kashgar? So have you ever been to Kashgar before? Misol sizlar Qashqarga berib boqqanmi yoki sizlar Qashqardimmi? Amsa shu Qashqarning avarayi qandaq? So what's the weather like in Kashgar? Okay, first, this is the warm-up stage. And so, but gap qilib sağlaşlar. Hiç olmagan ekran olsun gap qilib. Mesela asasen Şinjan'daki ko'pinchaning havo klimat qanday desanglar, Qashqarnikiga o'xshab ketadi bu hamda. So what's the weather like in Kashgar? Okay, Kashgar is weather in spring. Spring spring. We've just learned some couple of words such as warm, right? And also windy, warm and windy. And the other Qashqat yana bir alaylik bor. Bularni spring deganlar esa sandstorm. Sandstorm. Sand degan qum, to'pa degan gap. Storm degan bo'ladi. Demak ham to'pi yog'adi. Bir alaylik springning and qamlashmagan bir yeri. Musha sandstorm bor. Shunami? Demak windy, shamalliq, sandstorm. To'pi yog'adi, yanacha warm. Hammaga o'rtaq qo'y, hammaga ko'pincha warm. So, which month is? Of course, it's March, April, and May. Okay, March, April, and May. They are, spring. Okay. What about summer? Of course, summer is hot and rainy. Okay, which seasons are they? Like June, July, and August. Okay, it's really hot. What about autumn? Autumn in Kashgar is cool. Also sometimes dry, right? Qashqarning klimatini qanday desanglar, qurg'oq. Endi Qashqarda qaysi fasllar bor? Nega qaysi oylar? Masalan, which month is? Such as September, October, and November. Okay, September, October, and November. What about winter? Okay, winter is cold and snowy. And which season? Like December, January, and February. Demaganda mushu biz Qashqarningki hamda asosli avarayli mushunda shunami? Buningda bir necha sifatlarni o'rgandik, like windy, sandstorm, warm. Shunami? Okay, hamda meniki sandstorm degan hamda ism, bu hisobda nima deysanglar? to'pi yağdığalık. İşte ama onun gibi mesela hot, rainy, cool, dry, cold, snowy. Mal deməkdir, sanlı? Sifətli oldu. Andaqda